Testicles.
R.I.P. to Andrew Test Martin.
Pop testicles. It's a pop quiz. But...
Pop test. Hey, that's a good. You go, hey, what's worse than a pop quiz?
A pop testicle.
Pop testicle, and then you punch him in the nuts. And then
that was a good one.
All right, okay, we're back. I'm gonna turn mine down slightly so that I can yell. Pop test.
Pop test.
Pop secret.
Here's a fucking pop test.
Eric's really making this a... He tried to throw an Oreo at me and I defended myself. And then Eric was shocked. I volleyed it right back at him.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't trying to throw
That's
it
what
at you.
Goku would do if he denied a snack. Someone tried to give Goku some popcorn ball he didn't like. It would look similar to what just happened here.
No caramel.
Yeah.
You Kamehame-ha'd my Oreo at twice.
Is Goku the good guy?
I think...
Is Dragon Ball Z like the Watchmen where there is no good?
It's ambiguous.
Everyone is morally questionable.
Yeah. It's like an anime, but where, everyone... But they're real.
Yeah.
What if you really did have all the Dragon Balls? What would they really be like once they got them?
Oh, man. Thank God that Marvel hasn't bought Japan. Because then...
hasn't bought Japan.
Because then they could combine it and they could make, like... Thanos has now gotten the Dragon Balls. And the Infinity Ring.
He's got so many accessories.
And then it would be great, too, because then they show that on the news. And then you cut in the classic, like, people watching the news.
Yeah.
The Everyday Joe scene. Yeah. And then you got people going, oh, no. And then it cuts to a real scared dog. And you go, oh, yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, I guess they could do Courage, too.
I guess when they bought Japan, they got all of Cartoon Network.
Powerpuff Girls come flying in.
Yeah, Rick and Morty.
Samurai Jack is there.
Family Guy.
Peter Griffin's
there.
Peter Griffin's in the Avengers.
When you buy the rights to Japan, you get the rights to everything.
Anything you want.
Anything you want. Anything vaguely associated with the idea of cartoons.
You're buying Dragon Ball Z and etc.
Etc. Which is the name of, I think, a manga.
Etc.
Etc. That's a Harry Potter spell where you just distract people.
Etc.
It's etc.
Huh?
They go, what?
Avada
You kick them in the nuts. There should have been more of that in Harry Potter. Like Harry and Voldemort both go to hit each other with a spell.
Yeah.
And then they're too close, so their wands hit and they crack.
They both snap, and then they look at each other, and then he just kicks Voldemort in the nuts.
Voldemort does the whole 2-finger peace sign straight in the eyes.
Bonk. Just turns into a real Three Stooges.
Yeah,
thing.
That would be cool.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Three Stooges.
Yeah. That would be great internet only. We need to change the sign on the women's restroom. People are watching. They're like, you know what? I guess there always was subtext.
I guess there was something going on there this whole time.
You fellas under no circumstances can be in the women's restroom. But what if I do a spell that makes me look different?
What if I do a pussy spell?
It doesn't change it.
You'll always be a stooge.
In the wizarding world, it's what you're born with.
It's what you're born with. You're born a wizard, and you're born a man or a woman.
Yeah. It's funny that I'm sure everyone has already talked about every angle of this.
I don't think anyone's really brought up the J.K. Rowling.
No, but...
no one's really been talking about it. She's stayed out of the news lately.
It's funny, because even then, it's like muggles. They can still learn magic. You can teach them magic.
You can teach them magic if you really want
So someone
to.
Can force themselves to be a wizard.
Yeah, but they can't be a lady.
But they can't be, you're telling me. You're telling me Hermione, just through sheer being a studying bitch, can become a wizard.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, through sheer force of nerdery.
But if I want to be a whore and braid my hair, you won't call me a lady?
But if I want to put on some pigtails and change my Facebook name, you're going to give me guff?
You're going to give me no guff.
if my sister wants to brother wants to slap on a trucker's hat, and you know.
Good God. Sorry, that's the alarm that I put on when I've become too transphobic.
No, J.K. Rowling's the one being
transphobic. It's attached to my heart, and when I get too excited, it's like, you're probably talking shit. Stop.
You're talking trash, pal.
You're talking too much trash. Quit it. Cut it out.
You're out of pocket.
Way out of pocket.
I love that term, out of pocket.
I do love that pocket. I love that pocket.
I love that pocket. Hey, sir, you're out of pocket. It's like, I've never been in a pocket, bitch. The unpocketable. I'm the unpocketable Dan.
I'm like a drunk pool game. No one's in the pocket.
No one's in the fucking pocket. The worst goddamn rhythm section you've ever seen.
We're all just bouncing around. No one knows geometry.
Everyone's playing slap bass. No one is in the drummer somehow is slapping the tom.
He just brought out bongos.
Yeah, no one is in the pocket.
No one is in the pocket.
You know, that's why that just means anything.
It can mean whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's a very ambiguous phrase.
Oh, this book is in the pocket. You're like, small?
Small?
Was it a small constitution?
Were you wearing Janko jeans?
You were in Janko jeans.
It might be Infinite Jest might be in the pocket.
Yeah, nobody talked about that like originally cargo pants and Janko jeans, they were originally marketed towards people who carried a lot of books.
It was for intellectuals.
Yeah, they're like, you love to read?
Yeah.
Do you want a copy of Dune?
If Karl Marx was around today, he'd be wearing his Janko jeans full of theory.
Yeah, he'd have cargo pockets to the brim.
Yeah, and they'd be full of ideas.
Yeah, that would be cool if the internet and like smartphones was delayed, or smartphones I guess specifically were delayed another like 10, 15 years. Because I bet cargo pants would have come back around.
Yeah. Because
then people would be like, no, I need my iPod and my flip phone.
And my Kindle.
And my Kindle. That would have been cool.
And my charger for all three of them. I have 3 different chargers I have to carry with me everywhere.
People start wearing those big trench coats with all the pockets.
Yeah.
That just becomes normal.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been cool.
Everyone's got a little, like, they all look like thieves.
Yeah.
They all look like video game thieves.
Yeah, exactly. Dressed like Gambit.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Gambit would be the fashion icon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I always liked playing as Gambit, but
I loved Gambit.
I never understood what he was.
I didn't get it either. I was like, he's a magician, but he's got a stick.
It blew my mind. Well, that's just a wizard.
I was like, so he's got cards and a stick and he's magic? I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Is he a blind guy who's good at poker? Blind guy who's walking around the rain who's good at poker? Who's this guy?
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah. For somebody who didn't read comics and only knew it from occasional video games, I had no idea what the fuck Gambit was.
I didn't either.
When people told me he was Cajun, it blew my mind.
Oh, yeah, he's Cajun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, well, that's just unnecessary.
That's just a whole other level.
What's next? He's also in a metal band?
Also, he's hermaphrodite.
His dad's from space.
He's got genderless genitalia.
Also, he can read minds.
Really great on the pogo stick.
This character's been a little bit too much written. He also is covered with leg tattoos.
Jump rope champion. Jump rope champion when he was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
Just so you know.
Just so you know.
Anyways, his 2 moves are hit people with the stick and throw a card.
Speaks French.
You know, his family moved to Canada from France, and then they had to move down to Cajun country, and that's what Creole is.
And it worked. It worked every step of the way.
The Acadians.
His dad's a cobbler.
Every 50th card, he throws a shoe. Oh my God, this happened yesterday.
And well, hey, it makes sense. That's what they call the thing at the casino, the shoe with all the cards in it.
Is that what they call it?
It is.
Oh, that's great.
I accidentally backed into that making sense.
Damn, I didn't mean to do that. I'm embarrassed now. I meant to be dumber. No, I was buying weed yesterday. And
Whoa, buddy!
The guy pulls up and it was white.
This is live on the police scanner.
He pulls up. Helen PD have enough to worry about. They're busy arresting the journalist writing pieces about them. No, I bought weed, and then my guy, he goes, we're like just doing normal chat, and I'm like, by the way, how you doing? He's like, oh, I'm doing good. And he goes, oh yeah, you gonna be home tomorrow? I'm like, why? And he goes, you were my 50th purchase, so I'm gonna swing by and drop off a zip. And I was like, what? And he's like, oh yeah, every 50th purchase, I give someone like a little thing. And I was like, all right, man, well, I guess text me. I'll see. And then I left, I was sort of in shock.
Why not just give it to you then?
No, I know, but that was also weird. But it's also like, I've bought weed from you so many times. I've never been the 50th person.
You can't. How often is the 50th person coming through, you think? Not every day.
No.
You think once a week or something he's hitting that mark?
I doubt. I have no idea. But in a way, it was like...
You should have asked him. So how much are you selling? Who else too? When?
In a way, it was
often?
like...
Who do you get it from? Can I call your mom?
No, in a way, it's like, so in his mind, he's like, no, this is good for my customers.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I've been buying weed for you like 5 years. This is the first time I've ever hit this punch card.
Maybe it's a new policy.
Maybe it is a new policy. Maybe it's a thing that TikTok started.
Yeah, he's trying to go viral.
Some girl on TikTok was like, hey, if you guys really want to sell your books, and then she winks while holding up just a bag of weed. And she's like, a trick you can do is
just a sign that says marijuana.
Every 50th time someone buys a book, and she's doing a joint smoke face. That'd be great if it was, maybe it's the 50th time I bought it.
That might be it.
That's also amazing, because that would mean that he, for everyone, has like a little
notebook.
A little check.
Yeah.
Up, Dan's coming up on a free gummy.
Ooh. Is that what it was?
No.
Just a gummy?
No, it's a zip is a...
Yeah, what's a zip?
I think it's like a Ziploc bag of shake.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm cool.
So your reward was technically trash.
No, shake is great.
I mean, I agree, but it's trash to him.
It's trash to him. Oh, yeah. He goes, hey, man, you're my 50th person. You get the empty lighter that I used to seal the plastic bag.
Hey, man, this is the 50th PBR you've ordered. Here's all the empty cans if you want to turn them in.
You can turn them in. Buying free PBR. I would love it. Why don't bars have can crushers?
Some of them do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I gotta mount on the wall.
I gotta go out on the town with you more.
I know all the spots.
You know
baby.
the good spots. Yeah, you know the right places.
Crush some cans? I'll take you to the spot.
I would love that. Really would make me buy an extra. If it was like, if I was like, man, I think I'm just gonna have one, and then I got to crush a can. I'd be like,
I need to celebrate.
I would definitely turn to my buddy and go, how about you got half left? I'm going to get another one.
I'll get another one. Why not, huh?
Hey, I'll work it off with the crush when I do the crush. No, can crushers are fun. You got to watch out, though, because they spill liquid everywhere.
Are you putting full drinks in there?
Oh, yeah. Not full, I take a sip. Daddy gets a taste.
Daddy gets a taste. The crusher gets the res.
You're watching Jackass. This is Can Crush.
Ooh, that's full.
Oh my God. Jay Knoxville got grape soda all over his white. He's wearing an all white jumpsuit. He's just getting grape soda. At the end, he just goes, I feel embarrassed.
Whoops.
Then they cut to Phil having sex with
April. Phil just dogging April hard.
That would have been great if Bam just ran in on Phil and April having sex. And then he pushes Phil a bunch. It's like, because that's what you do, you push him.
Yeah.
And he's doing that thing where he just pushes his big fat body.
Yeah.
And then Phil's moving, and then April comes.
And he's like, oh my God, I just made my mom come.
Yeah.
And then his dad comes too.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God. I just was in a gangbang with my parents.
I would love that.
I would love that.
And then in black and white footage in remembrance of Brian Dunn.
What would Viva La Bam even be today? I'm sorry. I need to turn all these.
That sounded like
off.
that was a thing you triggered for Siri to be like, is a bit you wrote. Like you're gonna pull out a poem. You're like, what would Viva La Bam even be today? Oh no, a fog opens on a Pennsylvania morning. A 52-year-old with a
fog on a
tattoo.
light Scranton evening.
Scranton.
I
should
couldn't
move to
remember
Scranton.
where they
There's
were
all those
from
hills.
in Pennsylvania.
Downtown Pittsburgh.
Downtown Pittsburgh.
Westchester.
Downtown Pittsburgh.
You've been there.
Sure. I've been to Pittsburgh. I saw that jail.
What jail? Oh yeah, that one looks
Isn't
like
that
an old castle.
fucking jail. Yeah.
That's what you remember?
Yes.
That's funny. Because me, I'm an old hand. You're like, I've been around. And I'm like, what? And you're like, the Empire State Building. And then I'm over here. I'm like, I've had Tom's Papaya. I don't know why I chose a city neither of us know any references for to be the riff basis.
I have a shirt that has Pittsburgh on it.
Do you?
I used to wear it. I bought it as...
You bought it there?
No, I bought it at a Goodwill.
Oh, okay.
Because I needed new shirts for work, just like dumb shirts. And I bought it, and I was like, this will be funny, because I don't know anything about Pittsburgh.
I need some new shirts. Time to buy old shirts.
Yes.
Thrifty Rain Man.
New shirts, old shirts, new shirts, old shirts.
These new shirts are from the last year, so it's an old new shirt.
Old new shirt. And in my mind, I was like, this will be funny, because I don't know shit about Pittsburgh, and people will probably ask me about it, and I'll go, I don't know anything about Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And I was like, that'll be funny. And then just it turned into people asking me about Pittsburgh, and me going, I don't know. And then they look at me like a crazy person.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't as fun. This isn't as good of a bit as I thought.
Now there's just a rumor that they're like, yeah, Eric used to live in Pittsburgh, and I think he got like kicked out of the city.
He won't talk about
He
it for
did
some
some
reason.
shit,
I think something happened in Pittsburgh with Eric.
I think he used to work at Hambone. I think he's the reason Hambone's closed. I think he did something to Mr. Hambone.
I think John Dick Winters was his fall guy.
Oh no.
And he had to get out of there.
Yikes. You and John Dick Winter in some sort of cart business. Selling people, empty sandwich buns. Old soda.
Yeah.
Well, you ever have old soda?
Did you see that Wawa is going to come to Louisville?
I did.
Apparently? Is that true?
I don't know, but I am going to the protests.
They got pierogies there.
Thornton's
at Wawa?
paid me $15.
They got pierogies at Wawa.
No, they don't. They should though. I would like if Wawa comes, just because I feel like then that means it's only a matter of time.
I can move.
Yeah.
I can finally be released from the city.
Once Wawa's here, that means any minute now we can start burning couches on the street.
First we get a J in the Bay, then we get a Wawa. We're about to be a fucking real city.
No, we're gonna be a real place. What's the one I like? I can't think of the name.
Sheets.
I
heard
How'd you
Sheets
know
is
that? How
also
the fuck
coming.
did you know that?
They're just related.
Oh, okay.
They're just.
I'm a
the
big.
same
I'm a
thing.
big Sheets guy.
I think Sheets is also coming.
Yeah. Well, if Sheets,
I think they're like the same company.
I think
it's like a rally.
I don't want to be gross, but if Sheets is coming, I'm coming. No, Wawa and Sheets. That's what I was gonna say. Is I would like if Wawa came because that means Sheets is probably close.
Yeah.
But no, they're competitors.
I think they're a Rally's Checkers
No, they're not.
thing.
They're competitors.
But they were drunk and they just couldn't remember what they were called. And they just kept opening
they're You couldn't be more wrong. They're a Rally's Hardee's thing.
That's not a fair fight.
I know. Because Wawa's going down. You think just because you have a Bloodhound Gang song about you, you're better? I'll pay Wheatus to make a Sheets song. And we'll see who's cool.
Yeah, well, when I get Spoon to sing about...
No, man, Wawa coming, that's cool. I mean, it's fine. Sheets is the real ticket.
I've never experienced either of them.
Buc-ee's is expanding. Honestly, as America collapses, it's cool that...
We're getting great gas
It's
stations.
cool that we're getting good gas stations, and it's cool that companies like Oreo and Kit Kat are like, fuck it, everything.
What?
Who wants what?
What do you want?
I made to order flavor of Kit Kat.
We are gonna make it.
Name 2 things.
We're gonna be on a
Kit Kat's factory just became an improv jam.
yeah. It's like those the
raspberry lemonade Kit Kat. Let's go.
It's like the freestyle soda machines where you just everything is there.
Carrot,
which one do you want?
Dark chocolate. Let's go.
Carrot, dark chocolate, muffin flavored. Toffee,
no wrong
Milky
answers.
Way.
I literally did a blueberry muffin Kit Kat the other day. That sounds like
that's insane.
I was like, what the fuck? Because that's the thing is they're like, as long as if we just make 10 of each of them and scatter them, a high guy will find them.
Someone will buy these Lucky Charms Kit Kats. I was that guy.
Mint coconut. Was that real Lucky Charms Kit Kat?
Yeah.
Dude, that one's real?
That was a real thing.
Good Lord. Oh my God.
Pretty soon they're going to be like, M&M Kit Kat. What is this? It's like, it's just both.
We're a week away from beef stroganoff flavored fucking Oreos.
A1 Milky Way.
That sounds real. That one sounds real. And I would eat it. The chocolate, the umami mixed with the sweet.
We got a Wagyu Snickers.
Yeah. Reese's with real bacon.
This is a brisket Reese's.
Yeah. Those companies are crazy.
We got pulled pork Raisinets.
Yeah. It's like we're going to find out later that it's like Fluxus. It's one of those weird like art movements. They just decided that the 3 leaders would split up and slowly rise the ranks of Oreo, Kit Kat, and Reese's. And then in 20 years, art would be happening at the gas station.
And soon, art.
Yeah. This one's gold and pecan.
I got some cookies in here.
You got a bag full of stuff. I'm about to fly, so I'm going to get my own snacks, and I feel like you're spoiling it. So I'm going to be up there in the sky, and they're like, would you like a snack? And I'm going to be like, do you have those caramel square
and like, that's a first class snacks.
They're like, who told you about those?
How did you find out about
You said
those?
You haven't flown in over a decade.
How do you know about the first class?
I'm wearing my I haven't flown in over a decade hold me I'm scared t-shirt. I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, so we're only checking one bag, and then we're bringing 2 carry-ons. I'm like, oh, yes, you got to wear your bulkier items. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that means I have to fly wearing my hat. If I'm going to bring the hat.
That's true. You are wearing that hat for the flight.
So it will just be a 32-year-old man who's a little bit scared of flying. and wearing a Panama hat.
And wearing the most casual hat imaginable.
So it'll just be me high doing bits, but then also the terror in my...
Also, like, your eyes are a little wide.
Yeah, and there's also a sense... I want to sit by the window.
A little bit of that look.
These are flotation devices. Also, in the event of if you get horny, you can under the tray table. There's a fleshlight.
I slid a prophylactic under there if you want to join the Mile High Club.
That'd be great. Just be like, oh, you guys have like barf bags? They're like, yes, we do. You're like, do you have like a cum bag?
Cum bag? Where am I gonna jizz?
I'm gonna bust.
Where am I gonna jizz? Excuse me. Ding.
Oh man, maybe I should I ask my partner if we should join the Mile High Club?
I think you should do it right now. Ask her right now.
On the air.
Ask her live. And then when she starts saying no, be like, no, not with me.
No. No. I meant.
Just like the pilot.
Yeah. The plane crashed because the pilot was inducting ladies into a special club. I did sincerely the other day go,
you're the 50th girl I've come in this week.
50th flight.
You get to keep my jizz.
I'll drop it off in a Ziploc bag.
No, they're like, that's the weirdest way anyone's ever told me the condom broke.
It should be like.
What does it even mean when you say a condom breaks?
You ever had a condom break?
I wouldn't even know how to put one on.
No.
No, I've never had one break.
You're like,
no.
don't you just slam it through the hole to begin with and break it? Guy who wears a condom as just a ring. He like breaks through it and then it's just around.
No, I've never had one break.
Really?
Do they break? Do they rip on the sides or on the top?
Oh man, all kinds of ways.
And I fit. And I fit in a condom.
I bet you do. I'm not trying to brag, but I've ripped a lot of condoms. I haven't developed my own little move for after.
I filled a condom.
No, I do a little test after.
A little test? Oh, you just kind of wave it around?
I fill the condom with water. I go to the bathroom and throw it out.
Yeah.
And then I put a little bit of water in it.
You're a creep.
And then, because you'd see it.
Yeah.
And then you can dump the cum out into the toilet. And then you don't need, no, but then you don't even worry about the bitch going in and getting the damn condom out. I seen a bitch get a turkey baster. Goddamn, try and get you. We'll be right back with VH1's What It's Like for Rappers on the Road. It's 2004. You're 14. Eating nachos. That was a thing I saw on TV.
Microwave nachos? Or you go in oven?
What?
How sophisticated of a child were you?
Microwave. I didn't know. I'm not heating up an oven. My dad would yell at me. He'd be like, use the toaster oven. And I'd be like, I can't. It's full of trash.
Full of grease.
He'd be like, oh, it's easy. Just put the trash on the counter and use the oven. And then my mom's like, why is there trash on the counter? And then my dad start fighting. And then I'm like, I'm going to go watch VH1's 100 Most Masturbatable
I'm gonna go
People.
Watch strange softcore pornography.
I'm going to go watch E! News's E! Hollywood Story Tracy Lords for some reason. I'm going to go watch normal programming for a 14-year-old my age in 2004.
Of course.
Man.
Can't wait. That was creepy.
Yeah. No, you never broke a condom? Just for fun? Just you flex your cock? You gotta check this out. Like Hulk Hogan style?
I really don't wear a whole lot of rubbers.
Ay. We gotta get this boy snipped.
Well, as you know, I'm always in a very consistent.
Why haven't you gotten a vasectomy?
They wouldn't let me.
Why?
They said
They said we're not going near that thing.
They said gross.
They said we're gonna need a hazmat suit.
The surgeon turned it down. He was like, I was like, what? Like I'm too young and I might want to have kids, and he just went, no, ew.
Yeah, they need to get. They do your vasectomy in one of those like labs from like a superhero origin movie. Where they take your pants off and all of a sudden the doctor's like, ventilation 95. We need ventilation at 95%.
My God.
Send the spray. We need the spray.
What you said was true. My God.
One guy gets trapped. You're just
Let me out.
You're just in there smoking a cigarette, texting. The guy's wearing a full hazmat suit, but he's still like, I need to get out. And they're like, we can't seal the hatch. He's just slowly dying. You're just giving the Domino's guy directions.
Yeah, do you hear him? Yeah, follow that.
You know there were 2 orders of breadsticks? Just one now. Then you wink to the camera and then it's a syphilis man.
Syphilis man.
Kevin Feige in the MCU present.
Syphilis man.
Man with gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea type 2. They made a new one.
It's you, and it's like a silhouette at first, and it looks like you're standing with the classic Superman arms on the hip proud pose.
Yeah.
But then your arms, we realize they're moving, and your arms aren't on your hips, they're scratching your genitals.
Like it looks like I've got my hands on my hips, but then it pans around, and I'm just grabbing my crotch going, ah!
Yeah. Ooh. And it's not a cape. It's just a blanket from your mom's house.
Just a blanket covered in green goo.
Green goo. That's the villain.
Green goo.
No, green goo would be like the fun sidekick.
Yeah.
I loved how in Shang-Chi they're like, we're going to throw as many dumb sidekicks as we can.
Shen Yun? You wouldn't saw that?
No, Shang-Chi.
It's Shen Yun?
I would love to go see Shen Yun and be like, where the fuck's Ben Kingsley? Where the fuck? What does this have to do with Iron Man 3?
Shen Yun? I thought this was a sexy beast. Where's Ben Kingsley?
Man. No, Ben Kingsley's in Shang-Chi.
Have you seen Sexy Beast?
No.
Oh, it's a great movie.
He's sexy. He's a sexy beast?
No.
Tell me what happened. Give me the rundown.
It's about a guy.
You ever see the rundown?
No.
The Rock in the Jungle?
Sounds gross.
Brazil nuts. And then Rosario Dawson goes, we just call them nuts here. And then he goes,
Funny. And then he goes, you know what else we call these in America? And then someone goes, wait!
Wait, what?
Isn't that the thing that they call like a racial slur as well?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
There's some sort of nut that
would
has
be
a
funny.
very racist name. Oh, hey, you want to do a taste test on something?
Sure. I mean, I've had Oreos, but I'm always down.
No, it's a different thing.
Is it that Meow Mix?
It's the Meow Mix. Do you want to try?
Have you ever had dog or cat food?
I ate a one kibble once just to be like, what is this?
Well, how was it?
Pretty gross. Don't know quite what I expected.
Do you remember what flavor or anything?
It was Abound. Is that a dog food flavor? I think that's a dog food flavor.
Oh, I meant like lamb.
It was a salmon-based one.
No, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
You definitely were eating ground bone.
Probably.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
My friend and I, when we were like 4, we shared a dog treat.
That sounds like it might be okay.
It was a treat.
That might be okay.
And I remember the time we were both like, I'm not going to eat dog food.
But a treat?
This is a treat.
It's a treat.
It's a treat.
Come on. How do you not have a treat? We all deserve a treat every now and then.
Yeah, everybody deserves a treat. A dog's like human treat. Dog's like...
Dog like human treat.
Dog like...
Human like dog treat.
Human like dog treat. Polly want a cracker. Maybe...
Cracker want a Polly.
Maybe Cracker want a bite of Polly's feed. That probably would, I bet bird feed would be some of the best.
That would be a great, yeah. If I had to pick an animal's food to eat, I'm going to go bird food.
Bird seed.
Bird food.
Bird food. Worms.
People don't describe it like that.
Just eating worms. Worms and seeds. What other animals eat good food? I guess like wild ones.
Rich white ladies' dogs. Know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Know what I'm saying? Bears.
Yeah, like that's what
Bears
I mean.
are
Is
eating
like,
good.
yeah.
They get real salmon. They don't have salmon kibble.
No.
Imagine how hard it would be to catch a fucking fish as a bear.
Bro.
What a fucking champ they are.
Dude, they're so good at it. And they're so fat, so it's like they must be good at
They're
it.
eating a lot of them.
Yeah.
You know how much fucking salmon I'd have to eat to get as fat as a bear?
Yeah. Do people from like third world countries come to America and just see huge fat guys in the South who are like poor and they're like, this must be the richest man on earth?
Just bowing down.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe I'm here and I already get to meet the president.
His royal one strap overall. That is cool that it's like the only people who can wear overalls are really big guys. And then if you want to rock one strap, you got to either be huge or a hot babe.
Or a sexy gal.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Only people who can wear it are fat men. I'm like, or very small women.
Any size woman.
Okay, fine.
You got to be a big lady in overalls.
Yeah, I've seen big lady. I actually haven't seen a big lady in overalls lately.
That's since you moved north.
Not since I got north of the Mason-Dixon.
Not since you got out of high school, Jack Harlow. Were you in his school?
No.
You two are the same age, right?
I don't know where he went to school. I don't know. We're probably close. He's younger than me, I'd imagine.
I think he is.
What is he, like 19? We're basically the same age. It gets really depressing watching sports as you get older.
Oh, yeah, because they're all like 12 years old, 13 years old.
So I'm watching the Little League World Series.
And you're like, finally, a guy looks my age. They're like, Juan Baptista has been disqualified.
Yeah, he's like 5 years younger than me. Is that a mugshot? Is that just a very That's just an unflattering picture because he's ugly as shit.
Yeah, he's never been arrested.
Super untalented and sucks.
No, he's talented, I think.
When did Jack Harlow come out?
When he come out? I've been wondering for months now. When's my chance?
A debut EP, Handsome Harlow, surfaced in 2015.
It had been buried in the sand along the Ohio River. And then after some heavy rains, and then a drought, and then more rains, and then another drought.
Well, this is a great question. Why is Jack Harlow so popular?
Yeah, why is he so popular? I mean,
it's not just Harlow's music that's capturing.
No, they like
attention.
him as his personality. He's
most
charming.
Of his relevance, like that of most celebrities, is predicated on appearance.
Haha.
His well-calibrated combination of humility and swagger has helped draw intrigue in a predominantly black genre.
He seems like a guy who his whole thing is like the confidence to earnestly flirt with your mom.
Yeah.
Like that's his whole vibe. Is someone who'd be like, "Hey, Dana Sorgel, you looking good. You still working at the grocery store?
You still at Rite Aid?
I pick up a bag.
You still at Rite Aid?
Haha.
You gonna bag me up next? Know what I'm saying, baby?
Yeah. Anyways, thank you for letting me come over.
Anyways, thank you so
watch
much
TV.
for the tamales.
The tamales.
I don't know how you as a white woman made tamales.
You know, we all know that you and Jack Harlow hang out. He comes over. You watch TV at your mom's house. She makes tamales.
She makes tamales. Fresh.
She used to work at Rite Aid.
Fresh masa.
What? Is that the corn?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because I love tamales.
So you know the word masa?
Yes.
Do you know how to make tamales?
Sure.
Really?
You put the lime in the coconut.
No,
and
that's
mix it all
not
up.
true. My friends used to make it. This is before you could cancel people for such things. But they opened a tamale cart business.
Yeah, how'd that go for them?
I think it went good. I think they, in hindsight, we were all like, why'd they stop doing the tamale cart, man? That thing was hopping. It's 2015, 2016. Nothing's going to slow down these three white guys owning a tamale business. Why on earth would they stop it?
Why?
And then a year later, it's like people are getting beaten up on the street for wearing like... they're like, your jacket's the color of the Mexican flag. You didn't know that?
You're white.
You racist.
I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
This is Bloomington.
You call
This is Bloomington, bitch.
your jacket's culturally appropriating indigenous Inuit culture.
You're too warm.
Yeah.
You're too warm.
So in hindsight, it's like he was probably right to go be a bartender.
In New York City.
That's you know what I mean? There's no cultural appropriation there.
No.
I was listening to this
It's
podcast.
cultural appropriation of like Italian men owning speakeasies.
Hey,
But he could pass his. He's pretty racially ambiguous.
He is racially
He probably
ambiguous.
could have passed off owning a tamale truck.
oh yeah,
Just don't say his last name.
no, that would bust it. Yeah, then they'd be like, "What are you, German family? Moved down there in 1945?" All right. Yeah. Burpsy daisy.
Yeah.
No, I was listening to this podcast yesterday, and it was like very...
You listened to this podcast yesterday?
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's why I've been nailing it. I rehearsed. That's why I've been nailing it, but also a little bit nervous. You can tell. I'm not my
you
usual
can tell.
off the cuff
Yeah.
self.
I'm waiting for my lines.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell. I'm not naturally an actor.
I'm trying something else. trying something new. Nah, man. This podcast, they had very sketchy ads,
Yeah.
which was great. That was part of the fun of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll find a podcast and be like, this thing sounds terrible. I'm definitely not skipping a moment. Then you just hear a guy be like, I think the government's out to get me.
Yeah.
And then a minute later, he's like, I'm so proud of my daughter. she's 16. Here's her full name and the school she goes to, and she recently got accepted to go to Washington D.C. for a conference. I'm so proud.
Oh, she'll be alone.
Yeah, it's like, well, do you believe this shit or not, man? Because if so, I gotta write it and go, Ed Opperman, they're gonna get you.
Don't do it.
Don't let your daughter go on that fucking debate trip. And then I look at the date 5 years ago.
No.
This is an old episode. No, but his big ad that kept coming up was for a company that's like...
His big ad.
Well, he kept having ads for this. Like every ad break, there'd be like 3 ads, and this one would always be in it.
Every ad break?
There was a lot of ad breaks.
How many ads does this shit podcast have?
It takes
and
a lot of money.
Why don't we have any?
It takes a lot of money for a guy to read a book about the Franklin scandal and then rant and go, I think James Woods was involved. That takes you know what I mean? You can't just do that.
You think that podcast would advertise on our podcast?
I did think there was a moment at the end where he's like, here's how you advertise on the Ed Opperman report. And I was like, I would love to advertise on some old crazy guy's fucking podcast.
$50 a read. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I remember he did say a price thing, and I was like, that is doable. I was like,
do that.
Yeah.
Probably gonna crack into that Patreon fund.
Yeah.
Probably gonna figure out how to get that money out of the account.
The government knows, man. No, we'll trade it. We'll get an ad on Ed Opperman,
and in return, we'll advertise
him
for just him though, not his podcast.
I do think we should.
We're just gonna advertise for him as like a human. Like
we should get local.
We're gonna give out his
ads.
phone number. Tell everyone he's single.
Yeah. Tell everyone his high school daughter's doing great. She's gonna be alone in D.C.
We're just gonna talk
these
about
dates at this conference.
We're just gonna talk about how proud we are of him.
No, that guy is great. But the big ad that kept popping up. What do you think is for? What's an industry that you think is like not sketchy?
VPNs.
Ooh, VPNs are classy these days.
Bitcoin.
I don't think you can advertise for Bitcoin. Thank God that Netflix and the whole like region thing exists, or else VPN ads would all be way sketchy.
Yeah, they would not have a very good excuse for that existing.
Because now all of them are like, just for example.
Yeah.
Like one of the many examples.
One of the many thousands of examples that I could list if you asked.
Is that you can watch streaming stuff that's region locked.
That's great.
Well,
right?
I got to keep going with the ad now. No more time to listen.
Anyways, let me tell you the price points.
Yeah. Yeah, but if Netflix was just to be like, hey, anyone can watch anything anywhere as long as you have like a subscription. VPNs would have to be like, hey.
You ever wanted to look at child pornography?
The video's just guy going, hey. Then he's just thinking. You just see him thinking on camera for 30 seconds.
Hey, have you ever wanted to...
Have you ever wanted to tell the government exactly the stuff that you're searching that you don't? That stuff's so funny because it's like they all know everything you're looking at.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So all you're doing with that, or even like safe search or like private search or whatever, is basically telling a robot like, hey, this is the stuff I'm embarrassed about.
This is the good shit.
If you want to blackmail me.
This is the good shit, bro.
Yeah, if you want to blackmail me, use this, anything from this browser. But you know what I mean? The other shit, it might seem embarrassing. It's not.
It's not. I don't mind that people know I jerk off
Pamela
to that.
Anderson breast implants. My girlfriend and I were looking at that together, trying to understand the trajectory. But then when I searched Carmen Electra ass, that one was on Internet Explorer.
That one was alone.
That one was alone.
We're going to keep that between us.
There's no Dave and Carmen Hulu original series. I don't think she had a butt. That was a weird pull. I was just trying to think of a Pamela Anderson an analogous.
Analogous.
I just made up my own word. You made up your own words at home.
Make up your own words at home.
It's a dictionary that at the end just says, but have fun with it.
Have fun.
Do your own.
You can put any of these words together in whatever order you want.
It's a Kids Explorers dictionary with an extra space that you can write in your own definition.
Write whatever you want. What does this word mean?
You decide.
What does discerning mean? I think it means when a car goes sideways. I've been discerning.
You figure it out.
My car went discerning around the corner the other day.
Whoa. Are you trying to learn Spanish real quick?
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn it real quick.
Just real quick.
I'm trying to call my own bluff.
Trying to cram.
I'm worried that I'm going to call my own bluff.
I'm trying to cram for vacation.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't want to embarrass myself to myself.
God damn, that I was holding that mic hard, man.
You were.
I was getting into it.
Yeah.
My hand was like asleep.
But there's this one word that kept saying where it's like "espuese" or "despuese." I gotta watch this video again. Despatudo, but it means excuse me.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, it's how you get people's attention.
Excuse me.
And I'm like, how do I know that I'm not just like learning Spanish, like what, like an old woman and her like.
It's disculpe me, by the way.
No, it's scoop me up.
Disculpe me.
And then you lift up.
No, that's what it is.
Disculpe me.
Disculpe me.
That's not what it is.
That's pretty close.
No, it's not.
Look it up.
But it's like, how do I know that this isn't just like the equivalent of some old rich white lady just being like, "Excuse me." Like I'm gonna think I'm being polite, and then I'm really just like, "Pardon, where's the water? Excuse me, sir."
It's disculpe, or it might be disculpe or disculpe me. It's either I think it might be disculpe.
It's definitely not. It's disculpe.
I was pretty close.
Disculpe. We can hear it with sound, I think.
You can hear it with sound? I don't think I can hear anything with sound, you fucking idiot.
Disculpe.
Disculpe.
Excuse me. Disculpe.
They're fighting. That's a fun gag I was pulling yesterday as I was watching the Spanish language videos.
Yeah.
My girlfriend sitting next to me, and then I was just repeating all of the English. They'd be like, "Where is the hotel?" And I'd be like, "Where is the hotel?" While they're saying it in Spanish.
No wonder you're alive still. None of these women have killed
Excuse me. What language do you want to learn? Excuse me. In?
Portuguese. It's probably the same.
Com licença.
What the fuck?
Com licença.
Com licença.
Com licença.
That sounds like Chinese.
With Chinese. Simplified.
Sure.
打扰一下.
That's simple?
That's simple to you? You're a genius.
打扰一下.
That's traditional. Corsican. Isn't that a thing from fucking Star Wars?
Yeah, it is.
You can't even spend. They don't give you one for that one.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
What happens if I do the translate?
Why
by voice?
is he like slowing it down? Why does it sound like she's like suffering from a stroke?
I think
when
she's
she
just
speaks
drunk.
English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This lady's drunk.
This fucking lady is hammered in the audio booth.
Wait, can I? Oh, it can hear me now.
It can hear you now?
Translate.
Translate. Traducir.
Traducir. What do you want to learn?
Nothing.
Oh, wait. Oh, damn! I did it again.
¿Qué quieres aprender? Nada. What do you want to learn? Nothing.
¿Qué quieres aprender? Nada.
Damn.
¿Qué quieres aprender? Nada.
See?
I'm as good as a robot.
You're gonna...
I can do this shit.
I'm gonna fucking do this shit.
How do
all
I
day.
make it like a cooler person?
Yeah. Like
That was also hard. I was Googling like Spanish for cool people on vacation.
Yeah, Spanish for cool cats.
Spanish. How do you say like? Are you single? You know me?
Can I somehow send Google a picture of me in this hat?
Yeah.
And then say Spanish for me.
Yeah. Spanish for guys like me. Spanish for guys like me who want to talk old timey slang, but while referring to weed.
Spanish for men who shake nuts in their hands while they walk.
Yeah.
They're jiggling around cashews while they walk down the beach.
A guy who the most expensive thing he's ever bought are water sandals. And other than that, he's wearing cutoffs. There are just so many holes. And he's dancing.
You like jiggling nuts?
No, but that does sound like something I would do.
Yeah, exactly. You should start doing that on stage a little more often. Just like have like a handful of nuts, like just mix nuts and just shaking them around. I'd like doing that at work.
Is that a thing people do?
Because I'll bring in. It's a thing like I feel like old people do, but I also think I'm just like making that up. I've somehow made that up in my head. Then I'm like, back in the day, old men, they used to walk around jiggling cashews in their hands. But I do it at work all the time, and it's a whole lot of fun. It's a whole lot of fun.
¿Puedo mover algunas nueces, por favor?
¿Puedo mover algunas nueces, por favor?
I like jiggling nuts
Can
in my
I
hands.
please jiggle some nuts?
I'm gonna say that on the beat. Every business I walk into on vacation. Excuse me. Escope! Escope!
Escope!
¿Puedo mover algunas nueces, por favor?
Sir, you're deported.
Can I please jiggle some nuts?
Why is it so slow?
I don't
Can
get
I
it.
please jiggle some nuts?
That one's normal.
I feel like it's just because I'm clicking it like
You're overloading the system.
my
Jiggle
computer
some
sucks.
nuts?
My computer's gonna be like, can I?
Jiggle nuts.
Well, that's good. I'll just take my whole laptop on vacation. I'll just be like, they'll be like, escúchame, ¿dónde es? And I'll just be like,
El pollo.
the chicken.
The chicken.
Most of my vacations just be going like this.
The
Oh,
chicken.
sorry.
El pollo.
And the guy, the waiter's already gone.
The waiter's untying his apron. I'm done. I'm done with these tourists. I'm going back to my old job at that cool bar.
It's just me turning to my girlfriend.
What a beautiful view.
It would be
I
funny.
love you. Te amo.
Damn. I forgot how easy I love you is.
That sounds like a Machiavellian phrase. That's a Pixie song.
Oh. Here, you want to try this hummus?
Not really, but I guess.
Yeah, it's really good.
That makes me think it's not going to be good.
No, I eat this shit all the time.
Huh.
I'll let you open that.
A pita chips. Baked in Brooklyn.
It's baked in, so those are, they're old.
Yeah.
They're pretty old.
Baked in Brooklyn. Hey, this is some real fucking...
Whoa, buddy.
Yamagooch.
That's from space.
Hey. Hey.
No, it's good. It's good. It's a good hum.
It's okay. What?
Is that not like the worst thing you've ever ate in
Yeah,
your life?
The hummus sucks. These pita chips are terrible.
I know. It's like the worst snack comment.
That would suck too if they give you this on a plane, because then you're like, is there anything else open around here? And they're like, we're in the sky over the ocean.
I remember I tried that. First time I tried that, I was like, is this even hummus? I think this was a mistake.
Yeah. Y'all fuck up peanut butter and just put it in a thing.
It's so bland.
No, that's terrible.
I'm like, did you forget everything? Like,
Well, yeah.
Did you forget all the ingredients for hummus?
They really screwed the pooch on that one.
Although I think the chips are fine. You shat on the chips as
No,
well.
I didn't really like the chips either. Aladdin Bakers from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
A whole new world.
God, that's so bad.
Ja was making pita chips. Oh, that's what I think of from Brooklyn. Is a guy who doesn't live in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Lives in Memphis.
Guy I know from Memphis.
Yeah. I think I couldn't imagine, I guess, more similar and dissimilar places.
Yeah, Memphis and Brooklyn. Slow, gritty.
Yeah. Banana chips.
Banana chips.
An incredulous man eating banana chips. I would be incredulous about banana chips if no one had ever informed me that they existed.
Oh, I'd be like, what do you give me, monkey food? Because I've had a dog treat.
And I didn't like it.
I did like it.
I did like it, but I don't need to revisit that experience.
I was like, you ever give a bear one of those like gumball things?
Yeah, like a gobstopper?
Yeah,
like a jawbreaker?
I always wanted to eat those.
Yeah. Did you ever have a big giant jawbreaker?
No, I was always scared.
I thought they were just pointless.
Yeah.
I remember feeling the same way.
It's a circle.
I remember feeling the same way about big giant lollipops.
Yeah, but
like,
yet those photographers would always make you.
The photographers, they put me in that silly hat and my overalls and make me lick the lollipop. Oh. No, I've never licked a lollipop. When's the last time you licked a lollipop?
Oh, I'm probably going to. I've got like an 8-hour drive tomorrow. I'm probably going to, have a lolly.
Do a little sucker action?
Have a big old lollipop.
That would be great. Driving. How happy would you
lollipop
be? How happy would you be
8 hours?
if you looked over at a red light and the guy was just eating a big giant lollipop, a big swirly colored lollipop? That would be the best day since the day I watched that guy do a front flip off a trash can while he was running. Like that was a great whoa, what the fuck? Holy shit. That was a great moment. That would be the second best moment like that.
I'm passing people on the highway and angry, and then they're like, "Oh, this guy honked." Then they move out of the lane, and then I'm pulling up, staring out the window, angry, big lollipop. What the fuck, man?
What the fuck, bro?
My lollipop's hitting the ceiling.
I'm trying to eat my lunch here.
It's a savory pop.
It would be great to be like if you had like an office job and you're in the break room at lunch and you open up you have like a messenger bag, and you open it up and you just pull out a giant lolly and just sit down and just lick it. Like, no, don't even take your phone out, don't bring a book, just stare into space.
My wife packed me a bunch of candy canes. I hate winter.
Ah, Jesus.
No, that'd be great. You got a big lollipop. They should have done that on The Office.
That would have been funny.
Dwight goes to the fair.
Yeah.
And he has a big lollipop.
And he doesn't finish it, but he's like, well, I don't want it to go to waste.
Dwight, put your candy away. It's not candy, Jim. I want it.
It's not candy, Jim. It's a prize.
It's a prize. If you had a trophy, would I ask you to put that away?
Why don't you go tell Michael to take his world's best boss coffee mug off his desk?
Yeah.
It's a prize.
It's a prize. The Office. Maybe I should watch that show. Verse. I thought you were doing verse, like verse, like a verse or a chorus.
Yeah, like verse, like VS.
That
verse, like turd versus boner in Pokemon Violet.
It is funny that for songs, the first guy who did that was he probably fucked up.
Yeah.
He's writing a song. He's like, all right, this is the intro. And everyone's like, woo. And he's like, now it's going to be this part. And everyone's like, woo. He's like, now it's going to be this part. And everyone's like, woo. He's like, now it's going to be this part. And everyone's like, woo. He's like, now it's going to be this part. And they're like, wait a sec.
Wait
a sec. Then he's like, now it's going to be this part. And they're like, all right. And he's like, now it's going to be this part. And they're all like, he did it. What the fuck?
What the fuck is going on?
And then they're all yelling it out to signal to him, you already did this. But he thinks they're singing along.
You're repeating yourself.
Yeah.
Like they're mocking him, going, Sweet Caroline.
They're going,
and he's like,
he's like,
I'm nailing this.
He's like, they're feeling it, dude.
I'm fucking nailing it.
I guess people love, hell yeah.
I'm going to keep doing that.
And they're like, no, we know how this part goes. It goes, Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. We
all get it. We've heard the song before. Write a new line.
Bum, bum, bum.
You fucking hack. Say something else.
I feel like I'm living under a rock over here.
Whoa, living under a rock. No spoilers, buddy.
In Iraq, do they say, I feel like I'm living under living in Iran over here? What do they?
I feel like I'm living like Iran.
Living under Iran over here. The guy in Baghdad's out of the loop. What the fuck does he say?
Oh.
When some guy in Baghdad hasn't seen, you know what I mean? He doesn't know The Simpsons is still on.
Hey, Baghdad, I'm hungry. Is that good enough?
How about, yeah.